Yes, team, what is happening? Welcome back to the second channel. So I thought I was picking up the camera today. So it is Monday, and I wanted to walk you through I've just literally changed my bio on Instagram. So if you do follow me on Instagram, this is what the bio now reads, and it reads, "Building a new way of online coaching with the Hybrid Project, helping you run like a runner and look like a lifter." And that is literally, I couldn't say it any better myself. We are literally changing the game in terms of how online coaching is done, because my background is that I started online coaching way back in 2019 when I used to charge £50. I used to give people a program and it was absolutely awful. So I still remember my first client, which is Jamie Neal. So shout out Jamie for trusting me. And I helped a few people at the time. 2020 is when we really seen a shift. And, a lot of people's online coaching is very, very similar. It's a carbon copy of each other. You check in once a week, you get feedback once a week, you get put in the community, you get given education and that sort of it. Whereas for me, I've developed mine over the years, which has allowed me to have really, really strong bonds with clients. Really good relationships is what it's all about. Because if I can't go for a coffee with you, you're not going to be my client. It's simple as that. Along with getting insane results. And then obviously they've sort of followed my journey as well. All these medals that you see here, that never used to be the case. I never used to run. So going from the bodybuilding area to then obviously the hybrid area, and obviously a lot of running at the moment, but a lot of the lift and running Hyrox stuff as well is what we're sort of doing. But the way that we're building it out is like nothing that I've seen before. The way that people have a limited one-to-one access with me, but a community, and they have everything at their disposal inside like a flywheel, so it all works in unison. And it's absolutely unbelievable. I'm super, super excited to keep rolling that out because it is new. The way that we're doing things is new and it's still currently being built. But it just makes you so proud. And I said this to my mentors today, is that for the first time, 2024 was quite a tough year for me. And I don't think I've spoken about that too much, but I basically was going to pack it all in. I've got money in the banked that I could take a lot of time off. I was going to take some time off, rethink my plan, and just go again. And after speaking to people and having a really weird back end to the year, I basically decided that I need to change something. Something needs to change because I'm feeling really, really unfulfilled. It's driving me into the floor. I'm not happy. I've just had the best change in my life with having a baby and I wasn't happy. So something had to change. So I spent the end of last year and the start of this year thinking about how can I make this possibly work, because I am driven. I am a driven individual. I want to progress. I want my business to progress. I want my life to progress. Without it having a massive impact on my mental health. That's one of the big things that always happens. I get to a certain point and I struggle, and then I pull it back and I never break past that wall where it's the new way I'm doing things is centered around me selfishly. It's a way that I want to live my life and the way that my clients also want to embody their way of living. So that's why it's not a carbon copy of anything else, because it's what I want, and no one knows what I want apart from me, and it's how I want to live my life, how I want to turn up, what I want to do. Coining that term, run like a runner, look like a lifter. Sorry, let's go back. That's fine. Run like a runner, look like a lifter is something that I coined a few months ago, and I just came out of the blue, and I got it branded and everything, because that is literally what it's about. Whenever I speak to any guy, they want to be able to run faster and look better. Simple as that. And it's about running like a runner when you look like a lifter. I want people to turn up to the start line and go, Jesus Christ, how is he running that fast when he looks that good? That's how you want to be. But what I was saying is, I was speaking to my mentor about this this morning actually, on our Monday wins. So I actually finally know who I am. And I know it sounds really, really strange, and you might look from the outside that I've had it all figured out for a long time. But I finally know who I am. I finally know what I stand for. My personal brand, which is obviously the hybrid dad. Just seeing a few people over the weekend recognize me and coming up to me and saying oh, I can follow your inspiration, blah, blah, blah. I know who I am. I know what I want to build. I know that I've never been the same as everyone else. And even when I was doing the same as everyone else, no wonder I was so unfulfilled, because it wasn't in line with my values. So what I'm doing is building something that's really, really in line with me, and then build on top of who I am. I don't do any content that tries to go viral. I don't try and do any madness. I just pick up the camera and do what I want to do. I do me coaching and make it suit that I want to do. With anything in my life, I do it based on what I want to do, not what anyone else tells me to do, or not what everyone thinks I should do. I do it the way that I want to, and that's what I'm going to be stepping into. And everyone who comes on board with me works in close proximity with me as well. So they're embodying this way of life, and everyone in the group chat is so fulfilled at the minute. It's unbelievable. we've just finished the Liverpool half marathon. We've had 2 people so far book the Lisbon marathon, half marathon. We've had people book 5Ks. We've had people book another half marathon. Like, they're so inspired, and that's just like Simon's just done a 50K ultra at the weekend. Like, that's just what's happening on a Saturday and Sunday morning. Never mind how they're turning up for their family, turning up on a day-by-day basis, how fulfilled they are in their life because they've got purpose outside of the norm. They're not just parents, they're not just employees, they're not just business owners. They have a purpose outside of that. And that's what we developed, and it stems from the way that I want to live, which is crazy. And I'm so fortunate to be in a position where, you know, I'm able to do that, but then also people are bought into the vision with me as well, because people want to emulate what I'm doing as well, which is all amazing. So super pumped. But I just thought, yeah, I'm so clear on who I am, and it's only getting clearer and clearer. So, like I said, building the new way of online coaching with the hybrid project. I'm super excited to see what happens off the back of that, because it's nothing that I've seen before. I'm doing it my way, not like everyone else. And you can't compare. You can't compare. And that's not me shitting on anyone else, but what I mean is you can't compare, because what we're doing is different than everyone else. So you just got to experience it for yourself, man, honestly. So yeah, super pumped, super grateful, super happy. And yeah, let's keep it going. That's the aim of the game.